Hello guys, welcome back to another video. And today we are going to give our opinion on the MLB standings, or at least the predictions that we made
The NL.
in the National League. There may not be a baseball season, but we can give you some baseball info slash predictions for you guys. So anyways, without further ado, let's get this started. And my screen, and let's give this a go. And there. Okay, so the MLB division standings. In the NL West, I have the Dodgers in first place, their 8th consecutive year, winning the NL West. Nico, and anything that you want to say about this?
Well, the Dodgers, I think they're the strongest team so far in the NL. So I think we're going to take another year.
Okay. In second place, I have the Arizona Diamondbacks, who surprisingly are actually a good team. And look, Ketel Marte looks like he's going to develop and become. Last year, I mean, he played great. He was an all-star, had the best year of his career. And well, yeah, Ketel Marte is going to look at least kind of like the face of the franchise for the next years.
And also, they added many players during the off season.
Like Madison Bumgarner, a great playoff pitcher, one of the best hitting pitchers of all time. And well, yeah, you just got a really good player in Madison Bumgarner. And anyways, in third, I got the San Diego Padres, and the Padres. I mean, they still need to work on some things. Honestly, I think the managerial move could have been better. But for now, well, let's see. Let's just see how the Padres will do, and I'll just give them a fair third place.
For me, third place is the Colorado Rockies. Even though Rockies didn't have such a good year last year, I think they're going to learn from last year, and they're going to end up in third this year.
Oh, wow. A surprising twist. I did not expect that. Okay, in fourth place, I have the Giants, and reason why is because, look, sure, they may not have the best players. They lost Mad Bum, but they're still capable of good things, and I think they're really capable of having a good old fourth place. And I think I'm just gonna keep them there. And in last place, I have the Rockies. They have the best third baseman in baseball, arguably one of the best shortstops in the league in Trevor Story. And honestly, I just really don't know what happened to them. They were a great team, and they just completely fell apart. But hopefully, the Rockies in a few more years can get better and develop. So I'm hoping for the best for the Rockies, but right now it's not looking too good for them.
For me, fourth place it was the Padres because they have good players. It's not working out for them. Soon they might be an okay team, but not yet. And in last place, I have the San Francisco Giants with they lost Mad Bum, so I think that's gonna affect them a lot.
Okay, I see where you're headed, but agree to disagree. Anyways, let's move on to the NL Central. Okay, for me in the NL Central, I think the Cardinals are going to take the pennant again. And well, yeah, the truth is, like, honestly, in my opinion, there's not many teams that are going to beat the Cardinals in that division. Yes, the Brewers are very talented and have some good players, but
And the Cubs.
and the Cubs and the Reds look like they're going to be really good in the future. Same with the Pirates, but
Not working out for the Pirates right now.
yeah, I guess you're right. Well, the Pirates in 10 years probably. Anyways, the Cubs and the Brewers, I know they're really good teams, but it's just that the Cardinals have played outstanding. They have an extremely well-rounded roster. Their pitching could use a bit of more help, but I think the Cardinals are definitely the more of the underrated teams in the league, and I have them winning the pennant.
The Cubs, we have them in second place with the second wild card seed. Um, Here the Cubs, well, they lost a really great manager, Joe Madden. They've been struggling ever since 2016 when they won the World Series. So I think this year it's going to be their comeback year and they're going to get second place.
I completely agree with that. And in third place, I have the Milwaukee Brewers. Yes, I know some of you might question this in the comment section, but the reason that I have the Brewers in third is because, yeah, I know they have Christian Yelich. Sure, he is a really good player, but honestly, they still have Josh Hader. Their bullpen might need a bit of more improvements besides just Josh Hader. But their offense looks like Keston Hira is going to be really good. But to be completely honest, there's nothing that kind of excites me about the Brewers. Last year they struggled and made it to the wild card, barely though. And well, we all know what happened in the wild card game, and then the rest is history. But I'm not really expecting too much, just like an average 500 season. And Nico, anything that you want to say?
No, the Milwaukee Brewers are like a third place team. 2018 was the year they had it and they lost their chance.
Yes, I completely agree. And in fourth place, I got the Cincinnati Reds. They went out and got a great addition in Mike Moustakas, taking him away from the Brewers. But honestly, the Reds just Luis Castillo is going to be a great pitcher. He's a stud. But there's a few questions besides. Like they got Bauer outage, Trevor Bauer, Sonny Gray. They're pitching, but they're 4 and 5. It needs a bit of more help. But their top three pitchers, I think they're fantastic. I really like them, in my opinion. Their offense might need a little bit of an improvement. Eugenio Suarez, actually his breakout year last year, I expect a little. I expect the same from him. And yes, I think that the Reds will be a good team, but for now, I'm gonna keep them in fourth place.
But yeah, because most of their players are old, like Joey Votto. Like
Yes, Votto's aging. In a few years, well, he has like 2, 3, 4 years left in the tank, probably.
he used to be their star player.
Yeah, and now in last place, we probably all know this. Sorry, Pirates fans, we hate to break it to you, but you're gonna be in last place again. There's just not much that you can say. Kevin Newman looks like he's gonna be a stud. Don't. I completely agree with that, and I think that in the future that they will be very good. And well, let's just see if the Pirates can at least improve a bit.
They have a good hitter like Josh Bell.
Yes. Yeah. Josh Bell looks. Josh Bell, like talking about Josh Bell, he is a great player, and looks like he's very young. Made it to the. I think he made it. No, he made it to the home run derby last year. I thought he made it to the All-Star game, but he didn't. But anyways, well, Josh Bell is a great player, and looks like he's going to turn into at least a top 10 player in the league in a few years. So yeah, hopefully things could get better for the Pirates. Nico, I want you to take the NL East.
So for the NL East, we have the Braves. Well, the Braves, they're a good team that's capable of many stuff. It's just, no, the Braves, they're a really good team. They're a first place team for the NL East. I think they're the best. They're the second best team in the whole NL. And the Braves, they're going to take the second spot for the whole NL.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I agree with that completely. The Braves, they're a top. They're the second best team in the NL, in the National League, in my opinion. Um, and below them, we have the Nationals, the World Series champs. And honestly, I think they're just gonna have another great year. I also think that they're gonna make it as a wild card team, unfortunately, but there's still good things to come. The Nationals proved that they were a great playoff team last year, and I kind of expect the same from them. Hopefully, they'll make another nice run. And in third place, we have the Philadelphia Phillies. Bryce Harper, yes, he's a great player, but can you break it to them, Nico?
He gets ejected a lot.
Yeah,
We have to admit it. Sorry, Phillies fans, but
and it's not just that, but he's overrated. Honestly, he's really overrated.
also like he just umpire misses one call and then all of a sudden he slams his helmet down, and starts a tantrum. And
Yeah,
don't get me wrong, he's a good player. It's
really,
just
he's at least like a top 10, top 15 MLB player in the league, if not top 20.
it's
But
just
it's just
his
that,
attitude.
yeah, his attitude and all around him. If he in like for example, your attitude gets you somewhere around the world, and well, it's not taking him to good places. Last year didn't work out. And sure, in like 2 more years, they might be a playoff contender or maybe a division. It could win the division, but I don't expect much, to be honest. And in fourth place, Nico.
Fourth place, we have the New York Mets. Like the Mets, they're an okay team. They're capable of having a wild card, but I don't think this year it's their year. With the loss of Carlos Beltran, um, when they found out about all that cheating scandal, yeah, I don't think the Mets are gonna do good this year.
Okay, the Carlos Beltran move is going to affect them a lot. I completely agree. And the Mets, Pete Alonso, big polar Pete, he's going to be a stud. Don't get me wrong, but I mean Jeff McNeil also is going to be a stud. Made it to the All
Just
Star.
they need more players.
JD Davis also looks like he's going to be a stud. Conforto has been showing up, but they just need a bit more of a pitching staffs and bullpen. Their offense is actually one of the more underrated in the league, but I'm not looking for much. They're capable of a wild card spot, but I just don't think that's ready yet for them. So I'm gonna keep them in the fourth place. And last but not least, well, technically last but definitely least, the Marlins. The Marlins, no doubt, are the worst team in the National League, and they don't have much players. They're probably gonna end up trading them away, or I don't know. Who knows what the Marlins organization is doing over there? But I'm not honestly. Their future isn't looking too bright for me, even though they're rebuilding, but it's not very bright. Sure, they have a really good farm system, but I'm just not
They
really.
have the GM manager got
No.
rid of well Derek Jeter. Let's be specific.
Oh yeah. And
Um,
basically, there's not much that you can say about the Marlins. Well, with that being said, it looks like we're gonna go ahead and continue to the American League.
I
In the AL West, we have the Houston Astros, the trash can bangers. Well, I mean, honestly, after the whole standings, I kind of lost my respect for them, but they are still a great team. But well, yeah, they're probably gonna end up winning the division.
look if they won 2017 without the cheating scandal, look that's totally understandable. But you literally stole a championship away from a team that hasn't won since 1988. So
Yeah. Okay. In second place, would you like to say anything on an argument, Nico, for second place?
second place, I would have the Los Angeles Angels because they added Brandon, they have Mike Trout, they
What? Okay.
have.
Could I say something real quick?
Mhm.
One player isn't gonna cut it. One player isn't gonna cut it. They
But
need
yeah,
staff.
the manager, Joe Manny is a
No,
good leader. So
I completely understand that he's a great manager, but they need a pitching staff. Whoever that pitching coach is, I like honestly, well, not the greatest. Andrew Heaney has been struggling. Um, Sadly, Tyler Skaggs passed away, and he was also looking that he was going to be a stud. And well, yeah,
well, the future for the Angels is good,
it's very bright. It's very bright. I will say that.
but I don't think they're wild card contenders just yet.
I have the A's in second because, well, they've shown it. They're just not a great playoff team, but they can make it to the playoffs. But I think that's I'm probably gonna leave it at that. It's just simple right there. And the Rangers, they had a spot of going to the wild card last year, but they blew it. And the Rangers ended up in fourth last year, and I think they're gonna stay the same. Joey Gallo also going is a stud and going to be a great player. But Adrian Beltre's time is over. Elvis Andrews' time is also looking like it's going to be over. And, well, not too much that you can say about the Rangers. Their pitching staff is decent, but there's still a few improvements that they could make. And you got the Seattle Mariners in last place.
Well, last year they were in first place. I actually
Yeah,
thought,
last year in the beginning of the year, like they had the first place spot and they were doing great. Kyle Seager was playing pretty good. Their big time players were showing up, and things went downhill after that first half, and second half completely turned them over. So
yeah,
yeah,
so I
we
don't.
we don't expect a great season from them, to be honest, and we're gonna put them in last place. For the AL Central, Nico, I want you to take this division.
The AL Central in first place, we put Cleveland. Reason we didn't put Minnesota in first place is because last year, how against the Yankees, they were destroyed. Like,
No, it's not. It's not because of that. It's not
I
because
know, I
that just
know.
doesn't make sense. But like the Twins, they're a good team, but they just don't. Their players
Hmm,
aren't really playoff caliber. They're not. They're not as clutch.
that's
But
what I meant. If you put them to the really good teams like Astros,
yeah, they
Yankees,
can't. They can't.
Red Sox,
They just
can't
can't
compete.
compete. They're regular. They're a regular season team, but they can't compete in the playoffs. And
But
that'll
Cleveland, in the other hand,
has
they've made it to the
competed.
World Series in
Has
the past
competed
decade.
with the Red Sox. Yes, so they've competed versus the tough Astros. They've competed versus the Boston Red Sox when they were at their best. And well, yes, the Cleveland Indians are capable of making a good run, and I think they should be able to show that this year. Well, if there is a season. And in third place, we have the White Sox. Great move,
White
getting their man Yasmani Grandal. Um, Lucas Giolito also going to be a great pitcher. Really not much that I can say about the White Sox. A pretty good, well-rounded roster, but just in a few more years, I think that they're going to be good contenders. Nico, take the rest of the division, please.
Okay, for the Kansas City Royals, they're a normal rated team, but like ever since they won the World Series, it's been not downhill. Like 2 years after they won the World Series, they were doing okay, but now they're not doing that well. So I think the Kansas City Royals fit in fourth place. For
I
last place
completely
in
agree.
this division, Gael, if you want to take this because I know you have a whole rant about the
Yes,
Detroit Tigers.
Detroit Tigers, fix your organization. Fix your organization. Just like Miguel Cabrera is going to retire. Nico Goodrum isn't what expected. Looks like to be a bust. Honestly, no. Well, yeah. It's another rant basically for the last place teams. Anyways, let's move on to the AL East.
The
Nico,
AL East, no doubt, the New York Yankees take it again. And first place for the whole AL because the Yankees are capable of many stuff. They love bragging about their 27 World Series titles. So I think they probably want to have even more bragging rights. I think they're fit for first place, and they're going to go for the 28th. In second place, we have Tampa. Tampa Bay is a good team that's capable of many stuff. It's just the reason they're in second is because you have New York and Boston in the same division. Even though we have Boston in third, I think New York is a way better team than Tampa. So Tampa is in second place, wild card, and in the wild card. Third place, we have the Boston Red Sox. The Red Sox, they lost Mookie Betts, one of their star players, and David Price. So I think it's gonna affect them because Mookie Betts didn't carry the team, but he was like a really important player in that team. Of course, I still have JD Martinez and more, but I think they're in third place. Guy, you want to take the last two?
Yes, the Blue Jays. Look, their team isn't going to be able to compete for the next few years, but their future is so bright. It's unbelievable. You have Bo Bichette, Cavan Biggio, Vladdy Jr., um, Lourdes Guerrero Jr., and others. The future is too bright for them, to be honest, and looks like they're going to be a great team in the next 5 years. To be honest, it's just how it is, honestly. And in last place, I'll take the rant. The Baltimore Orioles, fix your organization also. Fix it. Just fix it. Uh, you guys will not be good in 10 years.
How about 11?
Maybe even 15. Well, who knows? Sorry, Orioles fans. Hate to break it to you. Hey, Trey Mancini, hey, you're a really good player. Just go ahead, fight that cancer, bro. He's a really good player. Sadly, cancer got to him. Well, with that being said, we are going to conclude the video. And well, yeah, like, comment, and subscribe, please. And we'll see you guys next time.